There she is, boys. That door closed up so it don't freeze out here. What is up, everybody? Welcome back to another video here on Loud and Proud. Really quick merch plug. Shop shirts. They are going to be done selling either December 10th, Sunday, December 10th, or as soon as we hit 80 orders for these shirts. They're already going fast. We got more orders last night than we did last time in 4 or 5 days. So if you guys want one, don't forget, link in description. It'll probably be a few weeks by the time you order and get them because they are personalized, customized, and my mom has to stitch on every single patch. That's why we are stopping at 80 orders. Also, every order placed today on December 6th will get a free Loud and Proud diesel truck decal with their shirt order. So keep that in mind. That is only for today. That's not going to be continuing on past midnight tonight. Keep that in mind. Definitely go check out the shirts. We got hats, and if you just want to buy a decal, just buy a decal. Anyways, guys, we're going to be working on the old dually today, of course. Again, try getting in a bed liner today. Not sure how it's going to work. Not sure how I'm going to prep it. I got it pressure washed out, but I'm going to have to definitely take a broom to it, get all that stuff out, and maybe really scrape down some of that grime that's like that, if it'll focus right there. There's some of that stuff in there. Don't know what it is, but it is pretty tough on there. So I'm gonna try to get to that kind of stuff. I was thinking about replacing some door lock, only works on the one side with the electric switch, so kind of a pain in the butt. But I was thinking about replacing some door clips and stuff, and I think I'm just gonna wait until I get new mirrors. And yes, I am gonna get new mirrors. Don't worry, I'm not blowing my money on that. That stuff I get sent in for free, so I'm not too worried about it. But I am gonna get new mirrors on the thing. I'm going to, yeah, not right away, but I'm eventually gonna do headlights, taillights, cab lights, stuff like that. But pretty much, other than that, keep the, you know, stock wheels, stock, almost closer to stock tire look. I had some people down in the comments like, oh, don't get mud terrains if you're trying to keep it looking as stock as possible in terms of like cosmetic, other than like headlights and small stuff like that. And I was like, yeah, you know what, I could just go like with a Toyo AT2, which is what I had on my 2001 Z71 Silverado, but I had 35s on that thing. But I could run AT2s on this. Not sure. Let me know down in the comments. On this truck, you can see how much fender space there is on this little tiny tire. Do you think this truck could fit a 35 the way it sits? That's a, I'm not even sure what the widths come in. I think they only come in a 1250 wide. But would a 35 fit on here, or should I stay 33, which is a 285/75 R16? I do believe these are 16s. I'm not entirely sure, actually. They could be 17s, but it's either a 17 or a 16. So let me know. The wheels are narrow though. That's the thing. I've heard guys say that they don't recommend you run anything bigger than like a 265 or a 255 or something like that. But guys, I hear all the time run 285s and, you know, 35s even on stock dually wheels. It's just not, it's not recommended if you're going to be doing heavy towing and stuff like that, to where I guess it can be kind of an issue. But that I don't really plan on doing. But I also don't want to do anything stupid that's going to prohibit the performance of the truck when it does come to stuff like that. So just let me know down in the comments below what you guys think on that. And let's get into this bed liner kit. Here's the kit over here. We use bed armor for all of our truck beds. We actually bought this one for the white 7.3. However, I do not really want to completely rip apart the old rhino lining out of the 7.3 to install this one. However, my truck doesn't have any kind of bed liner on it at all. So I'm thinking, and I already texted my dad about it. He said, yeah, that's fine. It doesn't matter. But we're going to just put this kit on my truck for the time being. He had bought this one for the 7.3, and then I just asked him if, you know, I could throw it in my truck, since his bed liner is really fine, but, you know, he just bought that as, because there's a couple little spots that were peeling up, and we were going to just completely remove it somehow. Don't know how we were going to do that, but then do this one. But my only problem I see here is figuring out how to freaking remove this crud in here. I'm not sure how I'm going to do it. There's some really tough grime in there, so I'm going to have to, I mean, that stuff is like concrete, so I don't know what we're going to do there, but yeah. I'm going to mess with that, try my best to get that stuff out, and I will get back to you if I figure something out. Most of that crap scraped away and broomed out, but I'm going to do some final touches on that. However, I was kind of messing around with the gooseneck hitch because I am gonna have to bedliner go around it. This camera has major focus issues. You wouldn't think an expensive camera would have such issues focusing. You would think a high performance camera would be able to perform highly. Anyways, I was trying to mess with the hitch, and obviously, I mean, it is eroded down in there. Like, it will not pull out. Obviously, yes, I know, before the comments start to flood in, you have to pull the pin. Yes, I already know. Tried to pull the pin will not freaking budge. And I got down under there. Let me kind of show you where I was talking about. Can I see it from here? I don't know. Anyways, had a hammer in that bolt there, trying to use it to drive this pin through. I was trying to use that pin and the hammer to drive that pin through, as you can see right there on the back side where it pops through, and that thing will not freaking move. We've had PB blast on there for 2 days. On the hitch itself, down on top underneath in that pin, the thing will not freaking come out. I've for about 45 minutes been pounding on that freaking pin trying to get it to come through, and it will not freaking, I mean, it will not move. So it's been a real pain in the freaking butt, and I hate stressing over projects that I wasn't even coming out to the barn to work on, but that seems to be the way it goes every single time you're working on the truck or any vehicle for that matter. But I guess I'll just each day come out here, put a little bit more PB blast on it, try to tap away on the thing and see if it'll slowly work its way loose. But other than that, I can't. It doesn't look like we're gonna be using that freaking hitch anytime soon. So really sucks, because that was another perk. I thought, you know, buying this truck, I'm like, okay, sweet, it's a dually. Sweet, it's got a gooseneck, it's got the 5-speed, it's got the 12 valve, it's only got 200,000 miles. You're like, how good does it get? You know what I mean? Yeah, that's a big letdown. But, you know, all in all, I don't plan on using the gooseneck with this very much, but I would have just done it for fun if that hitch would have worked. I'll keep messing with it day by day, but as of now, it's not looking too good. Okay everybody, so I just got done prepping my bed for the Bedliner kit. Now what I did, just to kind of clear it up, I took the grinding wheel with a big wire brush on it, and I pretty much went all over the bed with that. And that is pretty rough. Just to kind of get down anything that was kind of, may have been starting to rust, or paint was starting to, you know, kind of peel up. It smoothed it all out, and it got rid of all the flaky paint surrounding where it might have been weak, and it could have made the Bedliner peel. For example, there's another spot right there. And basically all the rest is just scratches and, you know, everything else on the bed. But I got everything down. There's some more rust right there. All those little dark spots over there were all little rust spots that I had to, if I can get it to focus. All those dark spots are all little rust spots that I had to sand down really heavy to get all the flaky paint away, so that we had a solid foundation. Now, blew all the dirt and dust out onto towards the door down here onto the ground. It'd be a lot easier for me to just broom up when I'm done. Anyhow, that all turned out pretty well. Everything's pretty smoothed down, pretty sanded down, pretty good. Now what I'm gonna do is go through the directions really quick. What we use is bed armor for our truck beds. I've done this on my Z71 that I had. I did this on the first gen that we have. I'm gonna do it on this truck. We've used them and they've always worked really great. It comes with some, like a little bit of a sanding pad, I guess you could say, they say to rough up the bed, but I just freaking roughed the crap out of that thing. So I'm not sure if I'm gonna go and just kind of take this like little pad and rub it everywhere, because that thing is way more rough than that thing. Comes with a roller, comes with a little tray, which is, you know, just nifty as I'll get out. Here's a little stir stick, because you do want to make sure this stuff is stirred up, or you're not going to have the best consistency when applying it, and it's not going to evenly distribute on the bed with the rubber that's in it, the rubber particles, and the, you know, just paint itself or whatever it is. Let's go through the directions really quick, just so you guys can have an understanding of what the bed armor actually recommends that you do. Step 1, have a truck bed. Step 2, wash it out with water. Dry it, mask it, sand it with that sanding pad thing. Airbrush out all the sanding particles, which I just did. and it is no dust, so that's good. And then it says to take prep spray. Don't have any. I've never done the prep spray step. I don't know why. I've just never done it, and I've never had an issue with any of our bed liners. Stir it, roll it on, roll it on again. Take your masking tape off, wash your roller if you're gonna ever plan on using it again. Look at how fancy your truck is, show it off to your friends. So now that we all understand what we're supposed to do, I don't mask it off, nor do I really care to this time. But if you're doing this for the first time, you might be a little bit messy. Definitely freaking mask it off. It can't hurt. But I've got these big old chrome thingies on here that I don't really care about. I'm probably going to take off eventually anyways, and they come down over the edge. And I only go up to underneath the lip all the way around anyhow. And I'm going to go up to the bottom of that chrome strip over there, just up under the lip over here. And I pretty much go to just about right here on the inside. And for me personally, my hand's steady enough to where I don't get bed liner all over everything. On the first gen, I didn't tape off anything. I just stopped right down along this line right there, and I didn't do the tailgate. And the reason for that is we have all the holes and stuff in the tailgate, and they got to weld all those up, so I didn't do anything there. On this one, all I'm going to do is probably put like a couple little square pieces of tape like over top of these bolt holes here, and that's just so that if we need to take off the tailgate latch, I believe that's for, and stuff like that, we can still do that and not have to cut away our bed liner. Gonna get to mixing that stuff up, get ready to stir it up, put it in the pan, apply it, and this should look freaking sick when it's done, so I'm super flippin' excited. I think we got the bed liner pretty much done. Now I only did one pretty much super thick coat, and I'm probably going to try to do a second coat like tomorrow, but I'm going to let this cure overnight. Let me show you what we got here. Just use that roller and a paintbrush, which I'm going to try to wash right now so it doesn't get ruined. But if you can see here, I didn't tape anything off. So if you guys are like super, I don't know, OCD, and you want to make sure everything's very perfect, by all means tape it off. I just don't really see the point in it for me, honestly, because I'm not that messy with a brush. But there's my line. Like I said, I didn't use any tape. And then there's my line on the inside of the tailgate, down this edge, down right up against this diamond plate crap. And then I just did that line down all the way up around there, and then I did just everything up underneath. And that turned out pretty good. I mean, it's not like the absolute most impressive looking bed liner, but for just doing it in your garage for under $100, by the time you do this and this dries by tomorrow, and I do the other half of the container and get it all again with a really thick coat, it's gonna look pretty good. I got a few guys who messaged me and said they'll send me new center consoles. I'm trying to think if I can just buy like a cover for it or something, because I'm not really too worried about it. I don't really want to go through the hassle of buying a whole new center console thing, but if I can just buy like a cover for that, that would be great. This oil drip on this thing, just kind of update you guys, it's real small. That's about a nickel sized drop sitting in here for 2 days, so not too bad, not too bad. I could show you guys a chassis saver that was on the bed here. I actually gotta wipe up some of the bed liner that's dripping down through right there in those two holes, but that stuff turned out pretty freaking sharp, dude. Like, I'm quite impressed. And I should be able to get some mirrors on this thing soon. I already kind of told you in the beginning of the video, I guess. I don't know if it's focusing or not, but yeah, chassis saver dried up pretty nice. I pretty much ran out of chassis saver. I have some left, but not much, so I might have to buy another quart. And some people are asking about this. I got gobs of messages. What do you use for your frame? This is chassis saver. We bought 1 gallon. Well, I bought 1 gallon when I was gonna do my frame, and that was enough to do the Nasty Reds frame, which I will show you guys really quick. That was enough to do the Nasty Reds frame, my OG Loud and Proud 12 valve, the white 12 valves, whole frame, pretty much up to, I say whole frame, pretty much up to about the driver's door back. I did the entire frame on that truck too, with the same container. All this frame with the same container, and then this truck I just did pretty much everything that I could reach underneath of the frame on the same container still, but that pretty much ended up the rest of that can. People are asking how much do I think they need, how much should they buy, stuff like that. Since we had plenty of trucks and we got a 2nd gen here, 2nd gen, you know, there, we've got the 1st gen, I knew we were going to use it, so I just said screw it, I'll buy a gallon for $80 versus 1 little quart, you know, for $40 or $42 or something stupid like that. So if you guys are just doing, although it's cheaper to buy a whole gallon, if you can use it and you know you're going to use it, then buy a gallon, because it's a lot cheaper if you're going to use it. But if you're not going to use it, as much as I would hate to pay $42 for 1 quart of chassis saver, if you're just doing like what I did, which is just everything that I could reach, that 1 quart's probably going to be pretty good for you guys, because it goes quite a ways. It spreads on thin, so I mean, it lasts quite a while. Somebody come buy this cracker. My dad wants to sell it. He's trying to sell this thing so bad because he wants to take the money that he gets from this thing to freaking build the Nasty Red. He wants to put a lot of horsepower under the hood of that thing. He wants to get a flatbed for it, and just a couple other minor things that he can all get with just what he sells this for alone, so he can start to move on that, because he's like, I'd rather not just spend a bunch more money on that truck when I have stuff that I don't use that I could just sell, you know, and use that money instead. So if there's anybody interested, 6.5K OBO, so $6,500 and it's yours. But if you want to make an offer, something that's not ridiculous. I had a guy the other day, he's like $2,000. I'm like, no, you can't buy the thing $2,000. It's got 225 miles on it, okay? Not 225 hours, 225 miles. That is nothing, okay? We bought the thing brand new, and we just don't ride it. Like, we move it around in the garage to make space in different areas, but that's all we're doing with it right now. We pretty much rode it the first year, and after that we haven't really ran it too much. If you guys are interested, email me. Let me know down there, and I'll send you some contact info of some sort. Yeah, let me know on that. And by the way, I'll leave links to the chassis saver and the bed armor kit that I put in this truck. Links will be in the description below for you guys. Like I said, these usually turn out pretty good. We use our truck beds for the most part. My dad does. The one that we have done in my previous truck that I had done, and I did the same coating, and it held up great. And I actually use that truck quite a bit for firewood and crap like that, and it worked out very well. Now I'm gonna pop the hood of the old 12er here, and what I want you guys to do is take a look around, and if you guys got to pick, and I know I can't do everything you guys pick because some of you guys pick some pretty gosh dang expensive items, but if you guys could pick one thing that you wanted to see, okay, take it back, 2 things that you want to see done under the hood the most, and this is not including exhaust stuff and crap like that, because wink wink, may have already ordered some stuff for that, but I'm saying under the hood, what would you guys like to see done first? Whether it be injectors, whether it be intake horns, you know, just a cold air intake, like what would you guys want to see? Or would you guys want to have me check my KDP again, which is just one of the most fun things in the world to do. Totally being sarcastic with that. I want to do something under the hood of this thing, so let me know down in the comments below. I'll definitely be looking forward to those comments. Guys, it is freaking cold out here. It's getting later in the day, and if I'm gonna be able to get this video edited and up and posted to you guys, I have to go now and get working on the editing. But guys, don't forget Loud and Proud shop shirts. They do not come with my name. I've had a lot of people ask, dude, do we get your name on our shirt? No, you get your name, the name that you use for the billing information. For example, if your name is Scott, Dale, whatever. Put in that info. The name Scott, the first name, is going to be used as your patch. That's just an example. I'm not going to put Scott on everybody's patches. I'm just saying, as an example, that's what you're going to get. If that's what you want, great. We got the shirts, we've got hats, we've got decals. By the way, like I said at the beginning, every shirt ordered today, December 6th, will be shipped out when it's shipped out with a free Loud and Proud Diesel Trucks decal for your truck. All proceeds, I've got to pay my mom something to stitch all of these up together, you know, to that portion. But anything else that I make off this, I'm not going to just throw it into a savings account or anything like that. All of the earnings for this sale that I'm doing just for this week are going directly into the dually build. If you guys are wondering, that's exactly what it's going towards. It's not going towards anything else. It's not going to just, you know, pat myself on the back and throw it towards, you know, something that, you know, doesn't benefit you guys in some way. It is going directly towards this truck. But on that note, if you guys do not want to buy a shirt and you do not want to buy a decal and you do not want to do anything of that, do not feel obligated. I have people taking it the wrong way. In the last video, I had some people message me, oh dude, I'm not paying for your truck. I'm not asking you to pay for my truck. I'm just saying there's some people that really wanted these work shirts because they're great work shirts for oil, grease, stuff like that. And it's kind of personalized to your name, but also just has a Loud and Proud pat. You know, as a perk, if you do spend the money on that, it's just going directly into the truck to make more videos for you guys, and that is it. Anyways, guys, take it for what it is. I'm just gonna leave it at that. Links are in the description for everything that I mentioned and everything that I've used today and have used previous days. Anyways, guys, thank you so much for watching. If you did enjoy the video, definitely leave a like on this video. Leave your likes below, leave your comments below. Subscribe if you have not yet done so. Join the family. We are growing every single day, headed to the top, and I would love to have you guys in on that journey. Thank you so much. I'll catch you tomorrow. Peace.
Doing what I love, going day to day, but I know it takes time and I'm patiently waiting. Sometimes I contemplate, cause one day you feel so close and the next is out of sight. But I know I gotta hold on tight to go back to just going out every night. Like if I'm about to let it go now, I can live alright, live a normal life, doing 9 to 5. But I know I'm more than that. I gained this skill, wasn't born with that. At the end of the life, it's a memory.